Welcome back to the Reflective Psyche. Let me ask you something real. Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly wondered, do people still find me attractive? Do I still stand out the way I used to? It's a question many men silently carry as they grow older, but few dare to voice. We live in a world that glorifies youth, yet often overlooks the timeless magnetism that maturity brings. But here's the truth most never hear: you might be far more attractive now than you've ever been. Because authentic masculine appeal has little to do with age and everything to do with presence, confidence, and emotional depth. Today, we'll explore 8 psychological signs that reveal you're a truly attractive older man, even if you don't fully recognize it yet. These are not about superficial looks or chasing validation. They're about the subtle signals that radiate from men who've mastered the art of self assurance. And by the end, you'll begin to see yourself through a new lens. Sign number 1: younger women feel naturally at ease around you. One of the most overlooked indicators of mature attractiveness is how younger women respond to your energy. Maybe it's the barista who lingers in conversation a little longer. Maybe it's the coworker who laughs more easily when you're nearby, or a friend's daughter who listens closely when you speak. These moments aren't coincidences. They happen because you project calm confidence, emotional steadiness, and presence, qualities many younger men haven't yet developed. You don't need to dominate the room or flaunt achievements. Your quiet composure, the way you listen without judgment, makes others feel seen and safe. And when a woman feels emotionally safe, she opens up, and in that space, attraction naturally blooms. Sign number 2: you receive genuine compliments on your style or grooming. If people frequently comment on your clothing, your scent, or how well you take care of yourself, it's not just flattery, it's recognition. As you've matured, you've likely refined your appearance. Your wardrobe reflects confidence, not competition. You dress with purpose, groom with care, and carry an energy that says, I respect myself. Women notice these details because they signal more than fashion sense. They reveal emotional discipline. A man who invests in his presentation sends a subconscious message: I care about myself, and I'm capable of caring for others too. That's a quiet yet powerful kind of attraction. Sign number 3: women give you those lingering looks. It might happen at the grocery store, the gym, or across a crowded cafe. Your eyes meet, and she doesn't immediately look away. That extended moment isn't random. It's communication without words. A lingering gaze is often the first sign of curiosity and attraction. What draws her in isn't necessarily your physique, but your presence. Maybe it's the relaxed way you sit, your slow and deliberate gestures, or the self assured calm in your posture. You radiate quiet strength, and that, more than anything, captures attention. A woman's glance that lasts a little too long is her way of saying, I notice you. I feel something. It's primal, subtle, and deeply real. Sign number 4: people seek your advice or perspective when others, especially women, start turning to you for wisdom or guidance. It's not just about your knowledge, it's about your energy. They sense something grounded, trustworthy, and emotionally intelligent in you. You've lived through the highs and lows: success, failure, heartbreak, recovery, and all of it shows in your tone and composure. You listen before you speak. You don't rush to prove your point. That restraint communicates strength and security. Women find that magnetic because stability is rare and deeply attractive. You've become the kind of man whose presence makes others feel balanced. And that, more than charm or looks, creates lasting respect and sometimes love. Sign number 5: you carry a calm, confident presence. You're not chasing attention anymore. You've reached a place where you no longer need to prove anything to anyone, and paradoxically, that's when people start noticing you the most. Confidence in older men has a different texture. It's quiet, measured, and authentic. You don't compete, you command calm. When you walk into a room, your energy says, I know who I am, and I'm good with that. That kind of confidence puts people at ease and draws women in without a single word. Because peace is power, and your groundedness becomes a mirror of emotional safety. Sign number 6. You're subtly praised for your vitality and fitness. You might not have the physique you had at 25, but if people often say, you're in great shape, or you look strong, it means something deeper. They're noticing your discipline and your commitment to health. Staying active, maintaining good posture, and moving with ease show that you respect your body and your longevity. That radiates energy, life force, something that can't be faked. Women instinctively sense when a man takes care of himself. It signals reliability, vitality, and self respect, all pillars of attraction that outlast youth. Sign number 7. Women genuinely laugh at your jokes, even the simple ones if your humor lands easily, even when it's dry or corny. That's not luck, it's connection. Laughter bridges emotional distance. It reveals comfort, trust, and chemistry. When a woman laughs at your humor, she's not just responding to the joke, she's responding to you. It's your tone, your ease, your ability to be playful without arrogance. A man who can make others smile without trying too hard radiates confidence and approachability. That mix of humor and humility is irresistibly magnetic. Sign number 8. You're comfortable in your own silence. Here's one that few talk about, yet it's one of the strongest indicators of mature appeal. You're no longer afraid of silence. You don't fill every moment with words to prove your worth. You understand that real presence doesn't need performance. When you can sit quietly, relaxed, unbothered, observant, you project immense strength. It shows control, patience, and emotional depth. And women pick up on that immediately. Because a man who's at peace with himself offers something rare in this world: emotional safety wrapped in quiet power. So, if any of these signs sound familiar, take a moment to recognize what they mean. You've evolved into the kind of man who attracts not by effort, but by essence. You've outgrown the noise, and what remains is presence, steady, confident, and deeply magnetic. If this message resonates with you, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the Reflective Psyche for more insights on psychology, confidence, and self mastery. Because true attractiveness isn't about chasing youth, it's about embodying wisdom, peace, and the kind of masculinity that only time can shape. And laughter, that spontaneous, effortless exchange of joy, is one of the purest ways two people connect. Even a simple, slightly awkward joke, when delivered by a man who's calm, grounded, and genuine, becomes magnetic. It's not about trying to be funny, it's about being real. Because authenticity has a charm that youth can't imitate. When a woman laughs in your presence, really laughs, eyes squinting, hand brushing her lips, her body leaning unconsciously closer, it's not just about humor. It's chemistry. It's emotional alignment. You've struck something far deeper than laughter itself. You've tapped into comfort, safety, and resonance. Those moments are rare, yet they reveal everything. Sign number 8. You notice subtle flirting gestures directed at you. This one is the crown jewel, and it takes a tuned in man to recognize it. As a mature man, you've probably noticed that flirting looks different than it once did. It's less about bold moves and more about nuance, quiet, graceful, and instinctive. She might twirl a strand of her hair, brush it behind her ear when you glance her way, or adjust her sleeve while speaking to you. These gestures may seem casual, but they're not random. They're ancient, subconscious signals, a woman's way of saying, I'm aware of you. Watch for the mirroring, too. You lean back, so does she. You smile, she mirrors it almost instantly. This isn't coincidence, it's chemistry in motion. It's the subconscious language of alignment. Then comes touch, the light graze of her fingers on your arm, the accidental brush of her hand, the subtle lean toward your space. It's not overt, but it's intentional. Because when a woman finds a mature man attractive, she tests the waters gently. She sends these signals not through words, but through presence. A lingering glance, a playful smile after a compliment, a hand that rests a little too close to yours on the table. These moments are quiet invitations, little green lights waiting for your awareness. And once you start noticing them, you realize that attraction is always speaking, even when lips remain silent. Sign number 9. She remembers the small details you share. Have you ever casually mentioned your favorite book, a story from your youth, or even how you take your coffee only to have a woman bring it up weeks later? That's not coincidence. That's care. When a woman remembers the little things, it means she's paying attention because your words matter to her. She's collecting pieces of who you are, storing them like subtle treasures. And in psychology, this act of recall is a powerful signal of emotional investment. She's saying, in her own way, "You left an impression on me." Maybe she remembers your dog's name. Maybe she recalls your favorite drink and surprises you with it. Or perhaps she repeats something you once said because it lingered in her mind. That's not just attentiveness, it's attraction in memory form. Because true attraction isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's silent, thoughtful, and deeply personal. When she remembers your words, she's not just admiring your mind, she's building a bridge to your world. And that's something no physical feature can ever replace. Sign number 10. She finds reasons to be around you when a woman is drawn to you. She doesn't always confess it outright. Instead, she creates moments, reasons to see you, to talk, to share space. Maybe she joins an event she knows you'll attend. Maybe she asks for help with something she could easily do alone. Or maybe she starts showing interest in your hobbies, your routines, your favorite cafe. These aren't random coincidences. This is proximity attraction, the subconscious pull to be near someone who feels good to be around. Time is one of the most precious gifts we have, and when someone gives it to you, it's never accidental. It's intention wrapped in subtlety. She may say, "I was just in the neighborhood," or "I could use your advice." But beneath those words is something simpler and more meaningful. She wants to feel your presence. Because around you, she feels calm, respected, and safe. And that combination, emotional safety and admiration, is what keeps women returning to the orbit of a mature, self assured man. Reflection, the evolution of attraction. So, let's take a moment to reflect. You've just explored 10 profound psychological signs that prove your appeal hasn't faded with time, it has deepened. What makes you magnetic now isn't youth, it's energy. It's the gravity of wisdom, the quiet power of restraint, the comfort of knowing who you are. Each year adds another layer to your charisma, patience, insight, purpose. You've transformed from someone who once sought validation to someone who carries value effortlessly. And that's the essence of mature masculine appeal, not needing to chase attention because your presence already commands it. The world often tries to convince men that aging is decline. But the truth is, it's evolution. Because confidence without ego, strength without arrogance, and kindness without weakness, those are traits that only time can teach. Women feel that difference instantly. They sense the man who's lived, learned, and grown. They feel the calm in your energy, the steadiness in your words, the warmth in your gaze. And that's why, without even realizing it, you may already be one of the most attractive versions of yourself. So, take a deep breath and ask yourself, which of these signs have shown up in your own life? Which one surprised you the most? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below, even a simple one if this message resonated with you. And if you found value in this reflection, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another insight from the Reflective Psyche. Because here, We explore the psychology of presence, confidence, and emotional mastery, not as fleeting ideas, but as tools for transformation. Remember, a truly handsome man isn't defined by what the mirror shows. He's defined by how he moves through the world, by how he treats others, by the energy he carries, and by the calm strength that only experience can shape. So don't question whether you're still attractive. Recognize that your appeal has evolved, refined by time, deepened by understanding, and amplified by self respect. And by that measure, you might just be more captivating now than you ever imagined. We'll see you in the next one right here on the Reflective Psyche.